person we have is coming to us from Las Vegas. She is Best of Las Vegas 7-time winner, crushing it in legal planning. She's your lawyer for life, she said. Keeping families and business owners out of court, out of conflict. She's an extraordinary mother of 5 and business owner. And we are so glad you are here. Welcome, Jasmine Young, to The Real Raw.
Thank you for having me.
Most importantly, what are you up to and what's your fun fact?
I'm married to my high school sweetheart. We just celebrated 20 years of marriage. We met at a track meet when we were in high school, and we do have 5 daughters.
How is it for you here today? Wonderful job.
I really enjoyed it. As I mentioned, I was a little caught off guard, but I love the energy of all the people that are here and to learn a little bit about each one of you, all of the judges. Thank you for participating as well.
This extraordinary attorney is helping those dealing with domestic violence, child abuse, all of those horrible horrors that some people have in their families. She is helping those in the area of family law and divorce, and has been an attorney in this space for over a decade. Thank you for all that you're doing, Fariah. I can already think of people I want to introduce you to. Fariah Amin, welcome to The Real Raw.
My fun fact is that I never went to 3rd grade, and I used that. I didn't skip it. I just never went. And I used that as my fallback excuse for anything in life. When people are like, "You've never heard of this? You don't know what this is about?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. I didn't go to 3rd grade." It just so happened, that I blame the water cycle on it, photosynthesis. I'm just kidding. I know both of those things. But it just so happened that, the summer after 2nd grade, we used to summer in Pakistan, right? My parents are, we're first generation here. So anytime my parents saved up any money, we didn't go to the Bahamas, we didn't go to Jamaica, we went back to the motherland. And I went there the summer after 2nd grade, and I loved it. And I had a lot of cousins there my age. So I begged my parents to please just let me stay and to go back to New York without me. And they actually listened. They left me there with my grandparents. And I spent a year just learning from my grandma and just being at home. And I came back to the US and I just resumed school.
And how was your time with us here today on Why Wednesday?
I had a great time. I actually was on the fence about whether I had the sort of bandwidth to do this or not. I was teetering, and then I, decided last minute that this was something that I wanted to participate in. So I'm really glad that I did. And, I look forward to staying in touch and connecting in the future. And I gave you a scenario and a role play, but it is something I'm very passionate about, and it is my life's dream. I haven't, formally started any, programming or setting anything up, but I loved having the opportunity to communicate to you about something that, to be quite frank, I am passionate about.
Mr. Walter Scott, also from New York City, patent and trademark law. His first case was the Great Cookie War of the late 80s, Procter & Gamble versus Nabisco. Welcome, Walter Scott, to The Real Raw.
Walter, we love cookies here. So talk to us. What was the cookie war about?
Well, Procter & Gamble got a patent on taking an old-fashioned molasses cookie dough and wrapping an old-fashioned sucrose dough around it and baking it. And the sucrose dough behaved like a sucrose dough. The molasses dough behaved like a molasses dough. And you had this crisp outer dough and the soft, moist, chewy inner dough. And that was the crispy, chewy cookie.
Appreciate you being here, brother, and the cookie wars and all the things. How was your time with us on The Real Raw?
Found it enlightening. Thank you very much for having me.
So we have this U.S. Army veteran. Thank you for your service. Rock, Florida. His name is Rock, Florida. He helped Elon Musk save $1.7 million in unnecessary real estate agency fees with his program, Real Estate Without Agents. Sean, welcome, Rock, to The Real Raw.
Hello, Rock. How are you doing?
Getting only better, boss. How are you?
All right, brother. Hey, what's your fun fact, man? And anybody that can drop an Elon Musk savings in their real estate dynamics and their heroic, unique identity, that is powerful social proof. Extraordinary, Rock.
I'm thankful to be out from under that NDA now that he's closed on it. But yes, well, my fun fact is I'm the only person I know that has caught a full-grown bald eagle.
Rock, appreciate again your service. I loved your stories. I would love to hear more. You sound like a very wonderfully unique human being. How was your time with us today on The Real Raw?
I've never been a big fan of role play, but I haven't felt uncomfortable at all here, and any more whatsoever than is necessary, and really appreciate it, man. It's eye-opening.
This incredible gentleman, Mr. Carlos Mantica, also from New York City. Sean, crushing financial services. New York Life agent, Sean, and Securities LLC. So glad you're here with us today, Mr. Carlos Mantica. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. My first name is Carlo, no S, and I'm from Italy originally.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. I get it all the time. I speak Spanish, Portuguese, French, and some German too. Last night, I had my son, who's 15, decided they saw a sign on the street for a pizzeria. They were looking for a dishwasher, and so I fully supported him. And my son started his first job in his career as a dishwasher and local delivery guy. So I'm very happy and proud as a parent.
Carlo, what say you, brother? Thank you also for being here. How was it for you?
It was great. You know, I had a great time, and it was very entertaining to see the role playing out. Great experience. Thank you for including me.
We're going to have a little bit more fun for a few minutes.
We should definitely have more fun, Sean. And to have more fun, I'm thinking that you should pick a number that's either 1 or 2.
I will pick 1.
So the number 1 was Fariah. So Fariah, you get to put Sean in the hot seat, and you can set him up with like the same scenario that you had, or any other scenario that you would like. And you can set it up yourself, or you can actually pass it to someone else if you would like. And someone gets to put Sean on the hot seat and set up any scenario as long as it's integrous. Yeah.
I get
Like one of the ideas I did have is like we could do Shane's scenario. Like Sean could actually do Shane's scenario as well. So that is an option.
Okay, so let's do that.
Shane, would you like to be Dana Geltrude?
Sure. I'll be Dana.
Hey, Dana. My name is Shane. How are you?
I'm good, Shane. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. And so, listen, I know you get called by so many people, and it's extraordinary the work you're doing. I read your book, Financial Karma. I really did, like cover to cover. You could test me on any chapter. And I was particularly moved by the fact that a white male accountant on Fox News from New Jersey is committed to freeing Tibet as their life's work as a Buddhist. Like, that was weird and fun and powerful and cool. So congratulations, I'm sorry, female Dana, for that and all the things that you're standing for in the world. Truly, you are a Renaissance human being that speaks your mind, is not living in political boxes, and really impressed by all your work that you're doing, both in the financial and the human space, Dana.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And what is it that you do, Shane, that you would see us being able to connect on?
So I'm hearing, and I know we're about at time here, Dana, what I'm hearing is heart, impact, love of people, and doing good in the world in a very authentic way. And it's been wonderful to talk to you as a final, and because it's completely consistent with who I perceived you to be from your book and watching on television, as a final point in contribution to answer that question very directly. Your friend, Sean Callaghan, and the person that introduced us, is on the board of the American Foundation for the Blind. And what I could see also happening is inviting Dr. Kirk Adams, the president of the AFB, and as you know, it's the 100th anniversary year for the AFB, to the event as well, where we cause not only awareness, but partnership with contribution, intentionality around rising people's money, time, and magic, and really create something magnificent together. So I would see that as a contribution piece to really speak into with entrepreneurs and the hustle, the bustle, all the things we're up to, always slowing down and thinking for a second about what we can cause for good in the world. So again, if that resonates, I'd love to set up a longer call, nail down the details, and let's do this thing.
I'd love to do that.
Awesome. All right. Out of roll, Fariah, how did that scenario play out for you?
Oh, you were amazing. I was taking notes. You really did wonderful. You were very convincing. You spent, I thought, equal parts, a good amount of time to sort of building the other person up, right? Which I think is important, because you have to make a connection between why you want them to collaborate with you, as you did explaining what you were seeking. And, you set forward a roadmap. It was very clear, and I thought you were phenomenal.